I followed my husband to America 19 years ago. Ibru makkaliddare nange. I'm an artist.
24 વર્ષ પહેલા યુએસમાં આવી મારા હસબન્ડે મને સ્પોન્સર કરી હતી. અત્યારે હું હાઉસવાઇફ
I came to the US about 13 years ago to do my master's in information systems. I started working, later went to India, got married. My husband followed me back. We now have 2
मैं
children.
दिल्ली की रहने वाली हूँ. मेरे हस्बैंड 2000 में यूएस आए और मैं 2001 मार्च में आई. मैं സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ എഞ്ചിനീയർ हूँ.
10 വർഷം മുമ്പ് കല്യാണം കഴിച്ചു ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ഹസ്ബൻഡിനെ യുഎസിൽ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തു. അതിനുശേഷം ഒരു 4-5 കൊല്ലമായിട്ട് ഞാനൊരു കമ്പനിയിൽ ആഡ് സർവീസസ് ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റിൽ ജോലി ചെയ്യുന്നു.
ನಾನು ಅಮೆರಿಕಾಗೆ 8 ವರ್ಷ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬಂದೆ. ಐ ಕೇಮ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೈ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ 2 ಕಿಡ್ಸ್. ನಾನು సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇంజనీర్.
నేను అమెరికాకి 1969లో వచ్చాను. మా హస్బెండ్ కూడా వచ్చారు. ఐ వర్క్ ఎట్ మై హస్బెండ్స్ ఆఫీస్ యాజ్ అ సెక్రటరీ అండ్ ఆల్సో రేజ్ 2 children.
I came to America 42 years ago, stayed in New York, Phoenix, Cincinnati and Bloomington. I have dedicated my time for volunteering for many organizations.
Perception of India in the West. India is an overly populated country with people of brown skin draped in saris who wear red dots on their forehead. It's an exotic land of wild jungles, animals and birds. It's mystical and spiritual with many gurus teaching yoga and meditation. It is a country that has carved stone temples depicting the Kama Sutra along with various mythical legends of pagan gods. But how is India truly defined? Through chic clothing and ornate jewelry? By the Taj Mahal and other lavish palaces? Is it the henna or other exotic spices? Is it hell or paradise? What is Indian culture really? Perception of West in India. I can be what I want to be in the West. I will have more freedom and opportunities to work with current technologies and research. If I settle down in America, I can lead a life that my friends will be envious of. With 2 incomes, my family will have a comfortable life that I can only dream in India. We can send our children to good schools, take expensive vacations, and retire well. I can visit India whenever possible and promise to send money to support my
I
aged
came to the
parents.
US as it has more opportunities to explore in some of the areas that I am interested, like IT and medical field. Because any new software products and research findings gets released in US, there are more job opportunities in
But I
the
question
US.
the American family values, one-night stands and divorce rates. Should I accept this too? How can I adjust in this disjointed culture and
I
bring up
don't
my
mind the
children?
Western system, which is fair yet prejudiced. Because of my color, I will have to work twice as hard to prove myself. But I accept this because America has money and opportunities. I can realize my dream and succeed.
How Indian women in the West see themselves. Indian women are no longer passive. Urban Indian women are highly educated and prefer to work outside the house but are still expected to be the primary caretaker of the family, including the in-laws. To an Indian woman, education means financial independence, being a better mother, and having an equal voice. Most Indian women desire to be fair-skinned and prefer to wear Western clothing to be accepted. Indian clothing is worn mainly at Indian gatherings. Wearing the traditional bindi is reserved for only special occasions and as a fashion statement. Married women prefer to wear the wedding band, which is not a part of Indian tradition. Most Indian women refuse to wear the sacred Mangal Sutra or Sindoor because they find it cumbersome, dated, Indian and not fashionable. Are seeking an identity for themselves in the West.
I want change. I want a better lifestyle.
I like living in the West. I like the convenience
At
and
work,
luxury.
I have a non-Indian name so I can
I
blend
want
in.
the best Western education for my
How do I
children.
raise my kids in this Western society?
Should I teach my language to my kids?
How do I help my kids be comfortable with their
How
identity?
do I educate them about our heritage and values?
Should I raise them as Indians or Americans?
Being a mother, wife, artist, and a person of Indian descent makes it challenging to adapt and live in a progressive Western world. I still want to retain the Indian in me. I'm very happy being Indian and practicing Indian customs in my home, but I'm aware of my appearance when I step outside. Am I an Indian or an American? My manners are very different from the Americans. Even though I have accepted some Western values, my Indian values still remain unchanged because they are deeply rooted within my heart, mind, and Indian culture treats guests as God and serves them with complete devotion. Elders are loved and respected for their wisdom. I take blessings from my elders by touching their feet. This action makes one humble and lessens the ego. Respecting and helping each other is one's duty. My culture has taught me to distribute my happiness and help those suffering in sadness and pain. I want my children to be comfortable with their Indian heritage. I want to pass these Indian values like spirituality, hospitality, and respect to my children. I want to be a role model for my children. As a wife, I have learned to give more than what is expected. As an educator, I encourage my students to accept one another. I strive to help my family and friends to understand their spirituality and not be hypocritical. I encourage them to share our rich culture with humility and dignity. My friends call me a superwoman, but I understand my limitations. I try to achieve my best. Attempts and struggle to keep Indian values for generations to embrace. India has influenced the West in many ways. The West is slowly beginning to perceive Indian culture with new understanding, acceptance, and respect. Indian cultural values teach us how to live in the moment and lead life with humility, contentment, and peace. It values spirituality and sees divinity in all. We have to educate ourselves to not be afraid of who we really are and instead be comfortable in representing our own cultural identity, language, values, and traditions. We have to be humble and understand, accept, and respect other cultures with a pure heart and mind.
ah